Hey, just pop in to say Happy Women's Month. Well, we know March bring in new inspiration, but it also honors women who are making a difference throughout the world, globally and internationally. And most of all, we must not forget in our communities. I'm no longer in New York, just say that today. But I am live from my home in Connecticut. And I just want to shout out to the women that are still doing it. When I was pastoring, I was juggling. And, they used to say, you're doing your thing, you're moving. And I just want to say this, it's nothing more impressive than a person who is secure in the unique way God made her. A lot of women, they only do what God given them. No matter what others are saying, they have this inner feeling that God is doing something. That is a quote. Don't know the author, but that's befitting for a lot of women out there that are just doing them. Starting up, don't know which way to go, but you trust in God. Starting up, but you know that you're going to make it. So on this Women's Month, as we endeavor to empower other, our first move must be to empower ourselves. And after we empower ourselves, then we can empower others. And we must understand that we're wearing many hats. Different hat today, not the same hat that I usually wear when I go out for church. I don't even have any church hats. Lost them all when I lost my home. But nevertheless, those that know me know I used to love to put on hats. But when you're putting those hats on, it's like juggling each day. You trying to fit it with your outfit that you're going to wear. But the one thing about God is that you can wear any kind of hat when you get there. So when you stepping out with a new project or a project that's been on the table for a while or a project that you have been involved with for years, you got to pass the mantle sometimes. That's another hat, different story for different time. But you must remember that you are not the same person each day. Nevertheless, keep your head covered. By that I mean cover it by prayer, with prayer. Get you a prayer partner as you start out. A lot of us just jump into the day. You must jump into the day knowing that God got you. And if God say he would never leave you or forsake you, God got you. And then nevertheless, keep your head covered. Get you a male friend. If you don't have a husband, get you a male friend just so that you can release at the end of the day, talking about how your day was, sharing what it is that you need or what you haven't done or how you want to move forward. And remember, it's a sign of authority. Before I leave, I'll just say this because most of us talk about the covering of a man. A man is a woman's covering, and that comes from the Bible. It is a sign of authority. In 1 Corinthians 7, it says, a man ought not to cover his head, says he is the image and glory of God, but the woman is for the glory of man. Not to say that men shouldn't wear hats or they shouldn't cover their head. What it is saying is that the man came from God, the woman came from the man's rib, so he is her covering. For those of you women who do not have a covering, it's imperative that you stay with God because God is your covering. Because he sit high and he looks low. And if you put your plans in the hand of a God, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-sufficient God, he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can even ask, think, or imagine. And then remember, knowing which hat to wear on any given day is a must. Knowing when you must take on rest is a must. Knowing when you have taken on too much is a must. Knowing when to say no is a must. God plans for you exceeds more than you can think of. So what you want to know is that God hasn't made you to burn out, but that you should keep the fire burning And by keeping the fire burning, you keep oil in your lamp. How do you do that? You pray, you fast, you seek the face of God, but you stay connected to God. God bless you. Those women, be empowered, be blessed, and know that God has his hands on you.